Okay, I'm live. To pull Discord up on my phone here. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Hello, Chris. Sorry there's a black screen right now. I gotta pull up the comments on my phone. You know, one thing I forgot, or that kind of skipped my mind here, is that this game has voice acting in it. So I'm gonna end up having to create a bunch of save files again, kind of like I did for Final Fantasy 13, because I need to be able to capture all the sound without my voice over the top of it. Totally forgot about that. Completely freaking forgot about that. So, I think the game lets you create a lot of save files. And so we should be okay. If it was a game that only let you like create 3 save files or something, that would be different. I'm also going to need to turn the volume down on this game, so it's not like too loud. Actually, I need to start. So I'll record, right? What the fetch? Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Oh gosh, please don't tell me. Hold on. I gotta like get through this. Okay. Tab. Oh, I don't see the mouse! No! I can't start the recording! I'm gonna have to quit this. Hold on. Let's start it up again. I'm gonna start recording now, just so that it's recording, and then I'm freaking load it up again. This is the thing that kind of sucks about games that don't allow you to play in windowed mode. You have to try and tab out of the full screen application to like do other stuff, but there's a lot of things, a lot of errors that can happen because of that. Did you ever play the really early Prince of Persia? I have played it a little bit. I didn't like it very much. I love this game, though. This is one of my favorite games ever. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to have to create a ton of save files as I play this, so I can come back and record any of the footage that I'll need to have like sound effects for. Jump, jump. Let's get used to the controls.
Most people think time is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you, they are wrong. Time is an ocean in a storm. You may wonder who I am and why I say this. Sit down, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. Know first that I am the son of Shahram, a mighty king of Persia. On our way to Azad with a small company of men, we passed through India, where the promise of honor and glory tempted my father into a grievous error.
No, my son.
Your Majesty, I trust you will remember your promise. The Maharaja's treasure hoards
warrior son.
I freaking love this game. Chris says, the first Prince of Persia sort of inverted what I considered a core tenet of platforming design. Animation should follow gameplay, not the other way around. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that.
Humility at the speed with which a world can be transformed from a good world into a hell? If you think so, you are mistaken. For in that moment I thought of one thing only. The honor and glory I would bring my father by fighting like a warrior in my first battle.
Prince of Persia has always, now that I think about it, though, it's always been kind of known for its incredible animation quality. And this game was no different. But this game, the animations really supported the kind of the core game mechanics. I tell you what, this game was sort of the birth of a genre, though. Like, you think of like the structure of the action game in the PlayStation 2 era that kind of carried over to PlayStation 3 era. Games like God of War. What was the other one I was thinking of? Oh, what is it called? The story of the guy who like goes down to the 7 realms of hell or whatever. It was like an ancient story that they turned into a video game. Dante's Inferno. There's a whole lot of games that sort of like came about, and this was the game. This was the game that really pioneered that style. That I think God of War really like popularized. But there was so much innovation that took place in this game. This is a really special game for me. It just completely blew me away. I had never seen anything like it. The combat, the wall running, the manipulation of time, the level design, the platforming. Like, there was just so much that this game did
Many men that day sought
that really pushed gaming forward in a big way, and animation was a big part of it too.
Them, as Khosrow said to Rustam, "You are the noblest of my warriors." From the moment my sword tasted blood, I knew this would not be my way. I would win my father's praise not by killing, but by being the first to find the Maharaja's treasure vault and the wonders within.
I thought the storytelling was really clever too, where he's kind of like narrating it to you as you're playing, and the way they kind of worked that into like the save system. Like, would you like me to pick up the story from here if we're interrupted? Like, there was just so much like charm to the game's presentation. So clever. So like every aspect of the game was like super innovative, super creative, witty, charming. It's just like an amazing adventure game that changed the way we do platforming in 3D games, changed the way that combat is done in 3D games, the camera control. It's like basically birthed a whole genre that became super popular afterward. It had out wall running, which was freaking sweet. It's just a freaking masterpiece of a game. So like out there and creative, and we hadn't really seen anything like it before. And I used to love Ubisoft for that. I thought Ubisoft was doing that to a larger degree with a lot of the games they made back then. And then it became Assassin's Creed. That's Ubisoft now. Ubisoft is Assassin's Creed games. They make the same game every time. But they used to be one of my very favorite developers. So, like, with the second game, right? Like, the metal music that they have in that game, like Godsmack wrote the music for, right? Super, like, obnoxious, a huge departure from, like, the tone of this game. But they always did have that electric guitar in the music. Like you can hear it in this battle theme that's playing, right? They always did have electric guitar there, but it was worked in with like the sort of like the Middle Eastern motif a lot better. Yeah, it has been a pretty busy day. But since last week, or next week is going to be the last week of book club, my Tuesdays won't be quite so crazy anymore after that. That's just the best move. So just do it over and over again. Like, climbing pillars like this and jumping between them, this became like sort of a staple of like games in this genre. But like you didn't really like see this kind of like platforming in other games before this.
Shall I continue my story from here the next time we're interrupted?
See, I love that. I love that. It's really charming. Let's just do it on top of this one.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
I love that. And the voice actor is really good, too. Yuri something or other. He actually does the voice of some Final Fantasy characters in like the Dissidia games. I think he voices... who is it? I think he voices Cecil. Great voice actor. Really brought the character to life. I wish they had kept him for all 3 games, but they brought him back for the 3rd one. But he was not the voice in the 2nd game. Though the guy who voices him in the 2nd game is also a very talented actor.
And there it lay, just out of reach. The Dagger of Time. There was a treasure I could carry with pride as a trophy of our victory. If I could only get there.
I love the way they changed the camera angles to like highlight some of these moves too. This jump can be a little tough, but we can get it. Mario 64 did it, you're right, but like it's hard to explain. Like the feel of platforming in this game and like some of the conventions of its puzzle solving with like cranks and traps and stuff, how this basically carried over into God of War. It really innovated, I think, in a really big way. Like 3D platforming for this era. In the same way that Mario 64 did for its era. Like Mario 64 innovated how 3D platforming is done on the N64 and the N64 and the PlayStation. And I think this game had a similar effect on the way games were designed during the PlayStation 2. I also love this game's essentially first stage is a tutorial, but without tutorializing too much. There isn't too much text. Like they kind of just designed the level in such a way to where you learn basically how to play the game, how to navigate, how to fight, what kinds of traps you can expect. How to climb and move. Like the level design is really, really good in this opening section for like teaching you how to play the game. Whoops. I got really good at this at one time, where I could just jump and jump and jump and like have no hiccups. I like how water is life in this game. You heal by drinking from the water fountains. Oops. Up, 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 straight up. What are you doing, man? Go straight up. There you go. The game's scale is so huge. They really demonstrate that with the camera angles. It's just a classic masterpiece of a game, man. It's so good. Yuri Lowell did a character from Tales of Vesperia as well. Oh, they named the main character, Yuri Lowell. That's amazing in Tales of Vesperia. Yeah, it's a lost art nowadays.
It was time to get out. Now.
So, you notice how one of the circles up in the top left is used up? So that's like the amount of times you can do your rewinding with the power with the sands. One of them was taken because he just used it to save himself from... Is it here I need to go, or here? Oh, here.
Father,
These pre-rendered cutscenes
honor and glory.
blew my mind at the time.
Your Majesty, you promised me my choice of the Maharaja's treasures. That dagger.
Surely you won't deny the lad a souvenir of his first battle. You may have your choice of all the Maharaja's other treasures. Except that hourglass. That will make a fine gift for the Sultan of Azad when we pass through his city. And some exotic animals for his menagerie. And a few dozen slave girls. Yes, that should be enough. I want no animals.
Facial animation was really impressive for the time.
Let it be known, King Sharaman is merciful in victory.
This game's story is paced really well too, like...
Not a man who has betrayed his master, nor take him into your own service, lest he betray you too. I learned the truth of this to my
Like, the story here is really good, but it moves quick. It gets you playing the game again really quickly. It doesn't overstay its welcome, the cutscenes.
Honor to my poor and humble dwelling. If only you'd given me time to prepare a proper welcome.
The glories of Azad are famed throughout the world. And yet, the best is yet to come. I give you the sands of time. May the friendship between our kingdoms endure as long as time itself.
The sand, why does it glow?
I can tell you. Inside the hourglass is a marvel that no living man has seen. Alas, only the dagger can unlock the sands of time, and it belongs to a greater one than I. A young prince, dearer to his father than all the wealth of India. Perhaps he will oblige.
No. No! Stop!
Is it meant to do this? Alicia Sigataha!
Give me the dagger.
No.
You have unleashed the sands of time. I can undo what you have done. Give it to me.
That's all the setup you need. We have gone through the tutorial section, learned how to play the game, and gotten, like, the inciting incident so quickly. And now we're, like... Now we're, you know, we're into it. We're playing the game.
Prince, use the dagger.
You gotta stab them when they're on the ground to kill them. Otherwise they get up. But you restore your sand that way. See, now I have 4 in the top left again.
Strike the dagger. Take his sand.
Gotta kill them like that. Otherwise they don't die. Blam!
Each time I struck them down, they rose to fight again. I soon realized that only by taking into my own dagger the sands that possess them, could I liberate them from their monstrous living death.
Now, finish him.
Whoa, we got a little glitch there. What's up, Bryce? How are you? And each time I kill one of these guys, you'll see there's like a little white mark, or like that's kind of like appearing around the round yellow circles up there. I'm kind of like building up a new meter that I'll be using for something a little later. You step into the pillar of sand. You have a vision of what's coming in the future. Man, this game was so good. So you can kind of get a sense for like what you're going to be doing next. It gives you hints as to how you're supposed to solve the problems, but they're not explicit enough to like give it away. But at the same time, it's enough to make you like, oh, think about it. You know, try to remember. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Bryce says, got a new chair, so excited. Breaking it in as we speak. Nice. What kind of chair is it? As Dude McGuy asks.
You think my story is impossible. Perhaps I am mad. Who would not be driven mad by horrors such as I have lived? But I assure you, every word is true.
Here to the right. There might be a secret up here. Nope, no secret. I hurt myself in the fall damage.
Wait! Stop! I won't hurt you!
Secret Lab Titan. Charcoal blue colored soft wave. Nice. If I fall too far, I'll hurt myself. There we go. You saw that little
where my father,
pillar of sand right here.
And I should have passed the night like cold.
Now we have like a small circle down there underneath the 4 yellow ones. So we can get like a new vial of sand, so to speak. I don't know what to call it. That allow you to use the time abilities one more time. So there's a lot of hidden secrets in the game where you can sort of like, you know, power yourself up more. I loved this part too, like the gymnast sort of like swinging like that. Super killer. Just so cool, so fluid. Now you hear that sound. That's an indication that there's another one around close by.
Stop! Had I really seen her? Or had my senses given way under the burden of horrors too great to bear? And
We gotta
conjured up
come
a
over
phantom?
here a little bit.
Either
Now
way,
do the swing.
I could not rest until I had found her again.
Drink from the water. Anything up here? Just always gotta check. Always gotta check. There's a secret. Because you can get life upgrades as well. Love that little jingle when you drink. It's kind of like the sleep, like going to sleep themes in JRPGs or something. Here, another one. Oops. See if I can show off the power here so I can rewind time. You see the white circle that's depleting there? That's how far back you can go. So then you can like change what you did. And it can be useful in fighting and in battles too, but you guys have to watch out for how many of those you use, and you have to kill in order to get the ability back to use more of the powers. I guess the only game still really in this style would be Uncharted, but it's much more focused on combat than platforming. Yeah, it sort of morphed into the Uncharted style in the PlayStation 3 era.
I soon discovered
God of War kept it up for as long as it could,
dagger
but
gained the power to stop time.
Devil May Cry,
But for the enemy I struck.
God of War, I feel like they were all heavily inspired by this game. Actually, go back. Thought I heard something. I might die if I fall. Yep. Fell too far.
The miracle I had experienced by accident in the Maharaja's treasure room, I now discovered that I could trigger at will. By pressing a switch on the dagger's handle, I could turn back time.
And I love the narration too from the prince. He did such a great job. We're gonna learn the counter ability coming up here. That's what that was showing.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time. Whence came these visions that assaulted me thus like fever dreams? Each time I awoke feeling drained and beaten. And each time, what I had seen came
There's
to
the
pass,
thing I was thinking of.
as if the sands of time were giving me a glimpse into my own future.
Ooh, I fell really far there. Did not mean to do that. There we go. Oh my gosh, you went back up. Don't! Why is it so hard to drop down this little ledge? Just fall right There. There. Don't climb back up. Okay, we can come over here. Get this secret. Actually, I'm wondering if this was the correct way to go now. Maybe I should have gone that other way. I think that was probably leading me to essentially tutorializing the way that you get health upgrades. But I was thinking down, or that was the right way to go. But I think actually going down there is the technically like how do you advance the story. I think if I go... That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do either. Maybe I can just jump up? Yeah. Going here. Actually, I don't know. I don't know which way is like the right way to go. Okay, yeah. This is how you get the health upgrades. I agree with that, Dubnik guy. I liked it with wider field of view, like in this game. Now everything's over the shoulder. Basically since Resident Evil 4. But yeah, Last of Us really popularized that as well. And we get an upgrade to health. There we go.
What just happened? That's strange. I feel wonderful.
Ouch. Okay, now we're gonna fall down here.
Give me the dagger.
Who are you?
I am Farah, the daughter of the Maharaja from whom you stole it. This is your doing,
I saw my father turn to sand.
and we will share his fate if you do not give me the dagger to undo what you have done.
Your traitorous vizier used the same words. From now on, I trust no one but myself. Run! Go back to the
That amulet she has protected her from the sands. That amulet becomes important later in the series, particularly in the second one. Should have blocked there. Yep, I missed the wide fixed cameras as well.
Since we left India, she had been there. In the desert, I had felt her dark eyes upon me. Now, here she was again. She and I, the only two survivors. Did I say two? Excuse me. We were three.
Ooh, foreboding. See how the camera pointed me that way when I landed? See if I can make it happen again. So I jump over here, right? And I've got the camera faced behind me, and I make that jump. It went up really high, and then it turned the camera over there. It's pointing you that way.
The hourglass. What? I did not understand the meaning of what I had just seen. But I knew, with a certainty I could not explain, that those winged creatures had a master. The man who had tricked me into opening the hourglass now had his prize. And for some unknown purpose coveted the dagger as well, would stop at nothing to possess it.
When I passed into this hall, it flipped back around again. It's really trying to direct me to go that way.
Foul and treacherous heart.
It's probably so that you don't waste a lot of time in here trying to reach that which is shining over there and be like, oh, I can get over there. But I don't think it's actually possible to get anywhere from here. Because you can't grab onto that one, I don't think. You definitely can't grab onto that one. So you cannot get over there. I wonder if a bunch of their playtesters had tried to, like, navigate this room and kept falling and dying. And so they used the camera there to be like, go this way first. Now they'll show you with the camera. See, go this way. This is something Kingdom Hearts could really use. Is using the camera like that to show you the direction that you're supposed to end up in. Sometimes they would just do a fixed shot of like a door. And you have no context as to where that is in you know, relation to you. Like, no clue like what they're showing you. How do I get over there? I think I have to climb up that way to get there. See how they put the shadow on the wall there? That's to let you know when you're supposed to jump. Because these, like, they don't really have real-time lighting much in this room, but they really emphasize the shadow there. Well, I guess they do have real-time lighting, but it's not being cast by that fire. You know what I mean? So they've sort of like burned it into the texture there, I feel, to really signify like you need to. That's the spot. Again, trying to get you used to how to navigate in this 3D space. They're doing a lot of good stuff with the texture work and the level design to like intuitively help you navigate it. See, they came up here and they showed you from an angle up here. There's the rod, you know. It'll help you. If I had stayed on the same camera angle back there, I might not have seen that. So they really use the camera well in this game to help you understand like how to navigate the environments. Ooh, that's not good. Probably go that way. That's probably where I'm supposed to go. Oh, a big battle scene here. These female monsters are annoying because I don't think they let you jump over them. Or maybe it's not them. Oh, you can. So there's another enemy later where you won't be able to do that anymore. There's also cool stuff you can do against the walls, like if you run over here and you can, like, yeah, like, go against the wall. Mess them up. Kind of like dive at them like that. Or you can run up the wall and jump over. Like that. There's just so many ways that you can, like, use the environment to your advantage. Oh yeah, you can stab them like that and freeze them. Slow them down. Ouch. I think that stab ability, where I froze them, is what the white arcs going along the outside of the yellow circles are. I think that's what those do. Yeah, we got a new sand tank. Sweet. Now we can rewind up to 5 times. I'll drink again. You know, another game that's designed similarly to this is Soul Reaver, actually.
Done.
10% of the way through the game already. Push it around like that, and then climb up. Anyways, I don't think I'm supposed to push that exactly, but it just lets you know you can push things. I think this is the one. Yep. That's not what I meant to do. Resonant speedrunning channel win. Good question. Actually, I'm definitely not a speedrunner. No good at that. Run across this and jump. Move that block. Now this part is a really cool puzzle. I used to have it memorized, but I don't remember it anymore. But this was a pretty tough puzzle the first time you play. Oh, you're gonna have to slow down time. This is kind of cool, actually. So you come over here, and you tap it to slow time down. You can run quickly and jump! And make it.
Oh, thank God! I was afraid you were one of them! Can you help me activate the Azad defense system? It'll take both of us to do it! I'll reset the axles for you! The man who's normally in charge of this got... Never mind! Ride the platform down to the bottom, then use those two cranks to bring it back up!
I don't know why this guy is like a British man, but...
You'll need to pick them up one by one until you've got all four. Then, bring them up to the top together. Make sure you pick them up in the right order.
So yeah, this is an extremely convoluted little device that they've set up, but it is a good puzzle. So we would have to pick that up and then move it over there, up. Let's grab that one first.
That's it! You've got the first axle! Now, pick up the other three! Remember, pay attention to the grooves!
Okay, we could grab this one now. Oh, that's not the right one, because it's above. So they have, like, that's Half Moon, which is up there. And then New Moon, which is going to be... Anyways, the fourth one. So we need to move up.
That's it! One crank turns the platform! The other one raises and lowers it!
So we could go up one more. Bring it over... Or wait, if we spin it this way... No, that's not what I wanted to do. I think I was supposed to go all the way to the top. I don't remember. It's been too long. We could move up again.
Careful! Think ahead!
Yeah, so he tells you. Don't get that one. Okay, now if we were to bring... Let's go back down again.
Careful! Think ahead!
So that one's not the second one. We need to bring this. If we go up one more time. Or that's not up, that's down. You go the other way though. So if we go up. Ugh. Then we push it over this way. Then we come down. No, that doesn't work because there's not another groove there. Okay, let's go back to where we were. do think this needs to move over here. As far as we can go there. And we come down again.
That's two!
Push it all the way over there. Raise it up. Raise it up. Grab that one.
Just one more!
All right. Gotta spin it this way. Whoops, wrong way. All three of them can go down. Not too tough.
That's four! Now, bring them up to the top and line them up with their gears!
Alright, so we need the half moon over there. And we just need to go up one more time.
That's it! I knew you could do it! Now, there's one last step. Do you see that platform? Throw your lever, and I'll throw mine.
What manner of machine is this?
I told you, it's the palace's defense system. Stop wasting time. Throw your lever. Ha! We did it! Serve those accursed demons right! Oh, by God, they'll rue the day they ever dared attack the Palace of Azad!
I really have no idea why it's such a British guy voicing that Middle Eastern character. Because they did a pretty good job otherwise with some of the other characters making him... Oh no, he got transformed into a monster! Drop down. Get the next glimpse into the future. Oh, I actually didn't do any, I didn't do any counters that time.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
I'm trying to remember how to do it. I think it's R and L at the same time. Like right when they hit, you press R and L at the same time, and you can counter them or something like that.
What have I done?
You activated the defense system. Okay, so these things I forgot. You can just walk really slowly across them like that and not activate them.
The palace's defenses had a twisted logic of their own. They could be circumvented by using the strategically placed switches which I soon learned to recognize. Yet it was hard to escape the feeling that I had made a terrible
I forgot
mistake
that I didn't need to do
by
it on this
setting
one.
in motion such a deadly system of traps, which seemed in truth more likely to claim my life than that of an invader that was not flesh and blood.
Oops. I tried to jump. Didn't do it for some reason. And we made it through. More battles.
It was indeed the dagger of time. I began to realize why the Vizier wanted it so badly.
See you later, Bryce. Have a good one. Secrets around here. Yep, there's one right here. Yes, I do.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
Palace's defense system is going to work against me. So with these, you want to kind of dive against it like this. Oops, I missed the roll. Like that. Ow! It sucked. This is where the puzzles start getting kind of tough. Or the traps. You know that sound right there? That kind of sounds like a Dark Souls sound. Like a Dark Souls menu sound. That's interesting. It sounds almost exactly like the sound from Dark Souls. of these. So, I think up here we can find a... Ouch. Oh, I didn't go back far enough. Up here, I think we can find a... another health upgrade. I think what I should do is go like this. There we go. Yep, I was right.
Strange. I feel as if I've been here before. I have been here before.
That sound right there sounds so much like Dark Souls. And bam, health upgrade. Sweet.
I feel stronger than ever.
That's not what I meant to do! I meant to run straight up. Turn around and go back that way. And if we go over this way, this way we're supposed to go, actually. Yeah, looks like it. They do such a good job in this game of showing you, relative to where you are currently standing, what the switch actually affected. Such a better job in this
Can you hear me?
than in Kingdom Hearts. I fetched up right away. Oh gosh, I really fetched up right away. Let's try that again. Nope, I fetched up again. That's dumb of me. I have no more sand left. Oh, I was trying to roll, game. Okay, so we're gonna need to time this correctly. Roll underneath. Oh no, it's his father! No, father! Alright. This is where we get the introduction to the blue guys. Blue guys are a little tougher. Let me get some sand back here. See, they'll knock you back if you try to jump over those guys. They don't like that. So you've got to freeze them like this, and then boom. Getting messed up. See, that's not gonna work, so we gotta rewind time. Oh, what the F? Oh, that was a weird glitch.
No, that didn't happen.
Huh, I wonder why that happened. Kingdom Hearts sucks! Prince of Persia Sands of Time retrospective review. It's a good title. For some reason, it wasn't giving me a full rewind on that. I don't know why. It kind of just was like, oh, you have no time on your rewind for some reason. The first time I died in the game on my first playthrough was against this part as well, so... Need sand. Killing the blue guys is a good idea. So you don't get too many blue guys. Oh yeah, she's got health too, you gotta watch out for her. Finish him off. Ouch. Forgot you could do that, that's pretty cool. Oh, that didn't work.
Help me.
Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. Oh, I almost got hit there. That was crazy. Alright, father. Now's the time. I remember the first time I played, this is where I practiced the counterattacking. Oh, that's right. I forgot he does that. He'll sweep your legs. Pretty sure you have to get good at counterattacking him. Of course, she's not shooting arrows anymore for some reason. Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I know what it is to lose a father.
That was not my father.
What are you doing? Stop!
Doom Guy says it's almost like they knew it was good to put the player in a situation where they would need to use all of the combat techniques they learned so far in order to win. I know, right? It's like good game design existed at one time.
I'll start the story from here next time. So, this is the thanks I get for saving your life.
You don't understand. I need that dagger to undo.
To undo what I have done. Truly you must think I'm a fool.
You are right to be cautious. But fight as bravely as you may, you cannot defeat this enemy. The sands will spread. They will consume everything. I have heard it said that you are kind as well as brave. Please believe me. Help me find the hourglass.
It is in the Sultan's treasure vault, atop the Tower of Dawn.
How do you know that?
I just know. Come with me then if you insist. But I warn you, I move pretty fast. You'd better keep up.
I love the change for the character too. He starts out being very chauvinistic and arrogant and pompous, and he has a really nice arc over the course of the game. And I love the dynamic between him and the princess. Really, really good stuff. See, he's like, you better keep up. And then he's like, wait. And she'll have some banter with him.
And you were worried about me. I'll cover you.
Please don't. You're liable to hit me.
See, he, like, doesn't trust her, doesn't think that she can handle herself. Wants her to stay out of the way. But she proves herself to be smarter, more useful than him. He has to sort of come to terms with that. It's great stuff. It's just really good stuff. I love it. It's a really good story. Simple, well told, well executed. Not pretentious. Knows what it is. Knows what it should be. Doesn't get in the way of the game. Just very, very good. The combat can get a little stale, though. I mean, it mostly boils down to doing the same thing over and over again. There's a few moves that are easily the most, like, useful in knocking enemies down, because the point is you've got to knock them down and then stab them while they're on the ground. So only the moves that actually knock them down are useful, really. But there are definitely some difficult combat sequences in the game, though. They throw a certain enemy grouping at you, and it can be tough. For sure. That move is so cool.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
Stop! Are you all right?
How long was I out?
Long enough. What if the sand creatures came back?
They won't. Not here anyway.
What are you...
Sand. I'll take it where I can get it. Stay there! I'll try to find a way in! She tried to steal my dagger after
You see how the camera there pivoted back the other way so that you wouldn't try to run around the other side of the castle there. Camera pivoted and it was like, nope, go that way. Make sure you get the sand upgrade. It's always nice when they come and fight me out here instead of in that room. Any more? Yep, here they come. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Trying to remember how to do this. I think hold on. I don't remember how to do it. Hold the special action, right click. Oh, why did it go away so fast? Okay, so I kind of want to look at that. Controls. Oh, that doesn't help. That doesn't help me at all. Well, I'm gonna have to look that up, I guess. Because it's very useful. I will need that later. I thought you're supposed to hold the two buttons at the same time. Maybe just click them real quick instead of holding them. Alright, we've made it. 20% of the way through the game already. So, this game's pretty short. We'll beat it quick, but I think that's where I'm going to stop for today. Thanks for watching.
Before finishing my story.
You guys are beasts. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good one.